Power in singing. Where does power come from in singing? It comes from a few places. One is, and you'll hear me say this a lot, just really knowing where this anchor is in singing, knowing that you're very anchored to the top back of your mouth, to this place where actual tone is really generated from. Two is really knowing airy versus not airy, just what that really means, and that if we let air go by, that can be great. It's a texture, but that we're going to take off a certain amount of power. And we can follow up with some energy changes, which are key to understand. Not pushing, but raising the bar on the energy. And that's going to fill in that void and create a more powerful kind of sound. And then a lot of it's in kind of an illusion of just the rumble, because of the rumble that we create as a singer, because the presence sometimes is more important than the actual volume. So what all these things mean would be that, say I have this nice little simple tone, and I let some air go by, it still has a lot of vibrancy in there, so that has some presence. If I add some dimension to that, and some energy, that's a pretty powerful kind of sound. It's not necessarily the loudest sound, but it has a powerful quality, and that's what we're translating a lot when we're translating what is power. Because in singing, we're translating energy. It's not just volume and projection, it's energy. And when you understand how to connect dots in your voice, you are generating energy. You are using energy. It's costing you energy to do it, and then you're translating, you're singing along with that energy. So that's one kind of energy and power in singing. Very big. Some other very clearly obvious kinds of energy and power things are projection-based, and a lot of that is if you change the key to a song, and you take something that maybe you start out with kind of low, you may not get the kind of projection out of this low key you want, so you're going to have to go for a kind of expression here. Live your life like you're alone in this scene. Makes you either blind, stupid, or mean. But what if we start raising the key a little bit? You live your life like you're alone in this scene. Makes you either blind, stupid, or mean. Immediately, you live your life like you're alone in this scene, and that makes you either blind, stupid, or mean. Live your life like you're alone in this scene. No matter what I do here, it's only going to project so much. Live your life like you're alone in this scene, and if I start pushing, it's going to sound hard. So I have to say, well, this key, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to express this. You live your life like you're alone in this scene, and that makes you either blind, stupid, or mean. But if I want to project this, I better get it in a place. You live your life like you're alone in this scene, and that makes you either blind, stupid, or mean. Stupid, or mean. I'm just naturally going to get more projection there at that part of my voice. All acoustic instruments have this volume diamond, and in that middle is going to be the biggest part. Now, the top part of the diamond is often the very projecting part, which is why everybody wants to sing so high. It may not be as big. You'll hear the tone thin out a little, but if someone knows how to keep connected and sing in a belt-type tone, which is why that's so popular, to get a very projecting belty kind of tone, that's where power comes from also. And that comes from, again, other dots that are connected. It takes some dots to connect. You live your life like you're alone in this scene, and that makes you either blind, stupid, or mean. Stupid, or I. If I don't know how to connect a dot there, the minute I go up, stupid, or mean, my voice it's going to want to release into a kind of head voice, some kind of falsetto or mix, some air go by. Those are all possibilities that are different from one to another. So if I can connect the dot, even in its lightest form, even with the lightest possible touch, stupid or mean, live your life like you're alone in this scene, and that makes you either blind. Stupid or mean, stupid or mean, stupid or mean. Even just holding on to that, costing me energy. So that's a kind of power that happens in voice, even if that's not as projecting as if I did something else that stupid or mean, maybe used a little more of a projecting kind of throat resonance or something else to make it brighter. Stupid or mean, stupid or mean. If I were singing over a band and thought I needed to project it more, I might have to make some other choices. Any of those, though, fall into the category to me of power, because even just stupid or mean, even having that real pulled back, controlled sound, very warm kind of thing, still has a lot of energy, and that's a kind of power. So there's different definitions, in my view, to what power is in singing. Connecting the dots is my favorite, because that's where a singer sounds like they're singing in their body, and they're singing from deep down, and they're generating energy. And so when I hear their singing, I'm going to be much more likely to feel it than if they're just loud. So have fun with that.